I bet you know that wealth is not by luck. And if it is by luck, to me, I don't subscribe to that. In this episode, we are going to go about wealth creation. How possible that some people are wealthy and some people are poor, and yet we are living in the same country, and maybe we can say that we are on the same globe. Yeah, so those are what we are going to discuss on this episode. Let us get to know what differentiates you from that other person who is rich. Of course, this is Efe Juma, and with me is
Joy.
Joy, welcome. How are you?
I'm good.
You're well?
Yeah.
All right. I don't know your take on investments. I don't know your take on wealth creation. I don't know your take on everything to do with money. Now, in this episode, I want us to discuss about wealth creation.
Okay.
Because yes, we need money.
True.
We need money. Real? Yes, for you, we say that money smoothen the life. Okay, when you have money, you don't survive, you live, eh? Or is it?
Yeah, it's true.
When you have money,
true.
You don't survive, you
live. Yeah.
But when you don't have money, you survive. You survive. Okay.
Okay.
Yes. So, in your opinion,
yes,
what do you think make some other people to be so rich and some other people to be poor? Or to make it simple, do you think wealth is just, those people who are having wealth is just by coincidence or just by luck, that they're just lucky?
In my opinion, wealth is not by luck. It's not by coincidence.
It is a
was
process.
Created.
It is created.
Yeah.
It has to be created.
Exactly.
And there must be a secret behind any success.
Yes.
All right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so let's just share with our audience some of the general laws that can take someone towards wealth. Yes. Because I know the specific ones. For example, how you created your wealth. Do you have wealth? Anyway, the specific ones, how you created your wealth or how someone's created their wealth is very unique.
Yeah.
I usually say that they usually, at any circumstance, usually find that there is a back end, there is a front end. Let's say for every story. Let's say, for example, you see that as someone outside there who is very rich, all right? And maybe this person is in business. Okay, the business is really doing well, and you just see the business. Whatever you are seeing is just the front face. There is something behind that business. There's something behind the curtain, and that's what majority don't know. So if you end up copying somebody blindly, you end up failing. So anytime that you are doing something without having considering the two sides, we have the front end and the back end. It's very important. The front end is what you are seeing, how that business is flourishing, how things are working well but there is something behind that.
Okay.
So that's what people really usually don't know. And again, something that works for someone might not work for you because we are very different.
Yes.
Right? Yes. But let's just discuss the general principles that when somebody use and add to what they have, they can really make wealth from scratch.
Okay.
Yes. So first of all, let's look at vision. Someone's vision. I think the first thing we need to have is vision, right?
I agree.
So can you just break down that one to us?
Vision. In my understanding, vision and dreams seem to correlate though they are different things. And if we are talking about wealth creation, then I think one should really have, if you have a vision, you should have
So vision is where you want to go,
Exactly.
where you see yourself
In the next 5 years.
next 10 years,
Yes.
next 30 years,
Exactly.
next 50 years, next 100 years.
By God's grace.
Okay.
Yeah.
So vision is very important.
Very.
So because it is vision that from vision you will extract goals.
Exactly.
Right?
You will have to work on those objectives that will make you achieve the vision that you have already. Yeah.
All right. So our viewers, we really encourage you that if you don't have a vision, then it's like you don't have a goal.
Exactly.
And if you don't have a goal, it's like you don't know where you are going.
You're just living for
You're
the
just
sake of
living
living.
for the sake of living.
Exactly.
And that's a very dangerous state. Right?
Yeah.
So we must have vision. And your vision should be well defined.
Very.
And it should be something attainable. Don't put things which are ambiguous. All right? Vision should be well defined and something that is attainable.
Okay.
For example, okay, how can you, let's say for example, what example can I use? I want an example of unrealistic vision.
Unrealistic.
Unrealistic. So, let's say for example, you want to be president in the next 5 years. And like you don't have valid strategies on how you are going to achieve that. And says yourself, by grace, I'm going to be president in the next 5 years. So that one might be deemed as unrealistic vision. So vision must be well defined.
Okay.
And you have strategies on step-by-step strategies on how you are going to achieve this. And also you provide for deviations, because sometimes you can put target and you end up not achieving what you targeted, right? So the first step in ensuring that you work or you move closer to wealth is having a vision. So that is the first strategy. Then the next thing we can talk of is,
and a little just to add on the vision, nowadays I see that people are exercising having a vision board, somewhere you can write either like on a whiteboard or a notice board or something, and you just pen down whatever vision you have to, and maybe when you wake up every day you see that, and it kind of reminds you, it motivates you. In the next 1 year, I want to have this and this and this. So I think that will help really to some extent, you know.
Yeah. Because that is very true. Because if you don't note down, then maybe there would be no reference point.
Yes.
Yeah. So you should, if you note them down, then the writings will hold you accountable.
Okay.
So at the end of or at the lapse of the time frame that you put, you will be able to track. Did I achieved whatever I planned for?
Okay.
Or if you did not, then you look at where did I miss? So with that, writings. Thank you for that. Writing can hold you accountable for what you have or what you plan for. Good. So the next, I was saying that we really need to have growth mindset. And if I say you really need to have growth mindset, it means that like you should be aiming for growth, okay? And how I usually look at this is always I usually refer, if how to measure this, you compare your yesterday, your today, compare your yesterday and your today.
Okay.
So if your today is if your yesterday is better than your today, or if you deem your yesterday to be better than your today, we have such people in the society. The people that, and how if you want to know this, the people that are pulling out the gallery of maybe 1 year ago. This was my 1 year ago. This day was really nice day. You were really appreciating that day.
Yes.
And you cannot pull the gallery of today. All right. So it shows that your yesterday was better compared to today. That is it means that you are on a declining graph. So it means that your value was higher yesterday, and as it continues, it declines.
Okay.
So that is not a growth mindset. A growth mindset means that your future should always be brighter than your past, right? So like tomorrow, you should be great than today. Your tomorrow should be greater than today. Your today is great, but your tomorrow should be greater than today.
Okay.
So even if, for example, and that is should be applicable in all areas, and even with the students who are in school.
Okay.
If, for example, if today there is something that you learned new, you must ensure that tomorrow you've added your knowledge base, or you've added something. There's something new that you've added. Even in wealth creation, in as much as the little growth that you've made, but you should always yearn to add something on to what you have.
So what I'm understanding is that one should keep a track record of how every day unfolds, or...
Yes, because how will you measure growth?
Okay. Actually wanted to ask that, but I'm getting...
Yes.
Yeah.
You can't measure growth if you don't keep the records.
Okay.
Yes, that's why we're using example of gallery. Somebody took a picture of particular event or the way they dressed some day back, all right? And then it reaches a point when they start reflecting. This usually happen maybe when you are hit with and you've been having hard time and things are not working out on your side, and now you reflect on the past and you say, in this particular day it was really nice, things were really good, how I wish I could get back there. That is somebody who is failing. Okay. Because sharing the past is good, but you should share the memory. Should be like how, for people to appreciate how you've grown, not how the past was good, right? Yes, your current should always be better than your past.
Understood.
Yes. So with growth mindset, if you have a growth mindset, it means that you're getting closer to wealth.
And I also think that positivity is a really important key to this growth mindset, because if you are negative, or this is life, and things happen in our day-to-day lives that may pull you back, and I think that keeping up that positivity in your mind, it will... Or
true, we can't lie that life is easy. Life is not easy.
Yes.
And even to the people that we deem that are successful, they have things that are really disturbing their minds. So no one is really contented with whatever they have.
Okay.
No one can. You will never find somebody who is saying that. Somebody who is growth oriented, somebody who is vision oriented or vision thinking, you will never find such a person at any point saying that I'm okay, there's nothing bothering me, there is nothing, like I have all wealth, all the things I need. You will never find such a person. So at any particular point you will find that there is something bothering you. Okay. And we can say that wealth cannot be wealth is insatiable. In other words, that there is no point that you will say that you have enough wealth. All right, we'll keep on pursuing wealth until that day that we'll die, and that's it.
Okay.
All right. Now, for those people that might change their mindset that I don't need to pursue that wealth to, like, maybe if they get to certain level, they do away with the pursuit of wealth. The wealth will disappear. because of some of the economic or macro and microeconomic factors. Let's say, for example, we have inflation. So it doesn't matter how much you have. Inflation keep on eroding the wealth that you have.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yes.
So you must keep on pursuing more, so that while the inflation and all the macroeconomic factors are with us, at least we are also building more. So even if the inflation takes some, we are also adding on more.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
Yes. So we must always think, have a growth mindset at any particular point. Yeah. So, but do you know this? It's only these simple things that makes a difference when it comes to wealth creation. These simple things. It's just your mindset. Actually, wealth is just your mindset. If you set your mindset, it's okay. But again, we need money. All right? You need money to do. But I shared in the previous episode, or I usually share with people, that sometimes let us not blame ourselves or blame people for lack of money. That's why you are where you are. No.
It's your mindset.
It's your mindset. Because actually there are some businesses that can you do without money.
E.g.
For example, you can do brokerage.
Okay.
All right? So with brokerage, what you need is just your skill. That's all.
Yeah.
All right? Let's say, for example, you know somebody who is having a certain product. All right? And there is somebody who need this product.
Yes.
So you can be the middleman here. Your work is just that labor of moving from this person to another person. So you go there, you say that, oh, you have some product to distribute. Okay, I can distribute this product to you. And if that person doesn't trust you, then you can agree with this person that I will bring client to you. Then once I bring the client, I'll get this particular commission. When you get your commission, you can do that job, and that commission you keep saving, or you pile that commission, and you can decide to get out of now brokerage if it's no longer interesting you, and use that capital. Already you solve the problem of capital, right?
Exactly.
And use that money to do something that you wish to do. So you see, there's some things that you can do without having the capital, right?
Yeah.
Yes. So some people usually say that, yes, I would get into business, but now there is no capital. All right? So the most important is knowledge, positivity. All right? So you have to realign your mindset, your thinking, and all that.
Understood. And you said something about capital, saving. So that brings me to financial discipline. Wealth creation, financial discipline. Discipline is the key word here.
Yes.
If, for example, I have money, or not necessarily, let me start now. I want to have a house by the end of the year, bought a car, established myself and stuff. I start saving as from January. Then within the year, I get into gambling. Obviously. I think like with that, we always, let me say that people get into some stuffs along the way of their creation journey of wealth, and they always have this positivity that it will work. If I get into gambling and do this, it will work. If I invest in this, it will work. So, and then it happens to go down the drain. But I'll love to center this on that gambling. Is that financial? Will that be classified as a financial indiscipline or something?
Okay, gambling is one of the get quick rich schemes, which actually gambling is a bad money habit.
It works for some.
No, it doesn't work. Now, all right, there are people who are winning.
Some, yeah.
Yes, there's some people who are winning.
Yes.
But what is the odd? If you go ask this person, how many times have you done this thing? There's some people who have done this thing even for years, 20 years, 30 years, all right? And they still end up not winning. Assume this person would have been using this money, the money they gamble, they throw it to a certain account, which they own. They assume that they are gambling, but they just throw it there. That discipline, that motive that make you gamble. You see, gambling is I can say that it can also be related that is spiritual. When that spirit of gambling gets into you, you can never get any fact from any person. Because you feel like it is tomorrow. It is tomorrow, I'm going to win tomorrow. And you always find the information that are supporting that gambling. You always look at the people, you don't look at the people who lost. You look at the people who won. All right?
Obviously, because you want to win. You want to be like them.
You want to be like them. Yes, so it is bad money habit. And what you can just learn from it, what you can just borrow from gambling is that you should have that positivity in doing right things.
Okay.
For example, if for savings, if you can have that positivity, if you can borrow I want you to borrow two things from gambling.
Okay.
Once you gamble, you know when you don't get the money, when you lose, because this is a win-lose game.
Yeah.
So when you lose, you no longer think about that money. You say that that is gone. Another thing, you're always determined that any time that you get any cash flow or you get any cash, you always want to gamble.
Okay.
So if you can have those two attributes, instead of sending this money to the gambling gambling company, why don't you create an investment or a savings account, something like money market fund, something like fixed income fund?
You see, that's exactly.
So why don't you just have this account, and borrowing from the spirit of gambling, you always want to gamble, convert that spirit to always want to save. Anything you get, you always want to save.
I don't think it's that easy. As you said, it's a money making scheme. People want to get rich quickly.
Yes, just assume that saving will also get you rich quickly.
How?
By piling.
Saving.
Let's assume you are gambling let's say for example in a week, you can gamble 3 times.
Okay.
With maybe 200 bob. And some of these people who are really gamblers, they are people who are they are not well financially.
Okay.
So maybe some of them are also casual laborers.
Yes.
So when they go outside there, hustle a little bit and have maybe 500 bob, sometimes they can take the whole 500, or sometimes they can take maybe 200 or 100 bob and try that luck. So what if you just, instead of trying this luck, just switch your mind to put this money into that particular account?
Let me ask you something. You have said try to put yourselves in these people's position. I have 200, I want to go and gamble, and in my mind I know if my prayers are heard today, this 200 will get me 1 million. You see,
when your prayers are heard,
I'm using for an example.
Yes, for example, it's okay when your prayers are heard. Are you doing the right thing in the first place? Okay, to whatever I understand that Islamic is against gambling, Christianity is against gambling. So you are praying through which body are you subscribing? Which you are praying through? Because anything that you are doing, you are always supposed to be logic. Okay, don't say that you are praying to go and hurt someone.
But I thought gambling is only bad when they gamble irresponsibly. Like the way you
there
say,
is no responsible in sinning.
Every cash flow that I'm getting, I am giving it to the gambling company.
Let me ask you,
okay,
the reason why we are saying that gambling is not good. What is the criteria of choosing the winner? Do you know the criteria of choosing the winner?
The one who has used a lot of money.
No, not really. They don't usually, that's not the criteria. If that would be the case, then those rich billionaires would have been just taking that 1 billion and put there and they win. So that is not the criteria. So what is the criteria of winning?
I don't know.
It is based on luck. And luck is rare to pursue.
Okay.
It's very hard to pursue. You can't pursue luck, right? So if you want to create wealth, gambling, first of all, you should rule it out because you don't know how will you beat all. I usually, there's some people I've done a study about gambling. They say placing bet, and they're saying that that if you match, you say, for example, when a game before a game is before the match begins, you say that you're betting that you have a list of players or the list of teams that are going to play. Then you play that, you put the match that with this team will beat this team will beat this team will beat this team, and the gambling company make it a bit again harder by saying that maybe even the five match must be correct. The 5 match must be correct. So if maybe you have 3 match which are correct, the money is gone like that. And of course, you know, this is you are using what? It's something that hasn't. It's something that has not happened.
The
right?
matches haven't happened.
Yes, so it means that you don't know.
Okay.
All right, you don't know what is going to happen. So that's why it's a bit
tricky.
It's a bit tricky.
Okay.
All right. Now that one is a bit. We can say that one is a bit better. There is another one that some broadcasting channels usually use. That you just send money randomly. You just send money randomly. You just play every. The only game is just to send money.
Yeah.
That on a weekly basis or on a daily basis, just send money. You don't know the criteria on which they are going to choose. That is now the worst.
That's also gambling.
That's also gambling.
Okay.
We have forms of gambling. But this one of choosing teams, maybe if you have some inner gift, maybe if you have inner gift, spiritual gift, so that you can see things that have not happened, then maybe you can be always winning. But those people are not there. The people are being there. So if you don't have that gift, why should you put your money there? That is now ignorance. So get rich quick schemes are not the best ways of making money, or not the best ways of investing. All right? It is the quickest way of losing your money, your hard-earned money, which is not good. So that's why it is being ruled out with these holy books. For example, the Quran and the Bible. It's ruling out the act of gambling. Yes. So there's something here I should share about creating wealth. Or let me not take it for by creating wealth, but creating money. You see, money is in the economy.
Yes.
It is there, even right now it is there. All right? Money is an economic concept. And money is circulating in the economy. So your work is just to take away money from that circulation. It's just as easy like that.
Is it?
Yes.
Is it?
It is. Just ensure that you grab that money from the circulation. In other words, people are having money. Give somebody a reason why they should give you the money. For example, I have money here where I'm seated. Give me the reason why I should give you the money I have.
I have sacrificed my time to be here with you.
Right? So you've converted time for money.
Okay.
You've converted value for money. So whatever I'm just trying to mean here is, whenever you want money, don't think about money. Think about value that you can offer to the people. World is a system of human beings. All right? And even if you're praying, you're praying to have wealth. Wealth will not come directly like this. It comes through people. All right? Because according to my faith, man was given dominion over the earth. So man is controlling the earth. So if you want anything from the man, you must give the man a reason as to why they should give you that thing. So if you want money from man, what will you do? Give man a reason as to why they should give you money. Yes, that's how that's how we create wealth. Then after getting the money, have financial discipline that we talked of before. Just have financial discipline, because if, for example, I have given you the money, then you end up giving people money without them working for it, without them giving you genuine reason. All right. So money is having value because of it's a scarcity. All right. But again, True. It is not scarce. It is there. But for you to get it from someone, you have really to give service or good. So that is the value. Service or good. That it's as easy as like that.
If it's that easy, then we should go to the richest people in the world and give them a reason to give us the money. Don't
go even to the richest people in the world. All right? Just go to your neighbor and give that your neighbor reason as why they should. Sure. Let me give you an example. Tomorrow, I come next to your place. I set up a kiosk and I'm selling milk. All right?
Yeah.
I have some milk there. In the morning, you used to maybe stretch further to go and buy milk. Now, when you find me selling milk there, and I greet you, good morning, how are you? Today we have milk here. Would you go far for that milk, or you would buy it from there?
I would first, if you've just come like yesterday.
Yes.
I'll have to assess first.
Yes, just assess me. No problem with assessing me. But the end goal will be, there's a point that you will start buying from me.
Okay.
And when you're buying from me, what are you giving me?
Money.
You give me money. Then I take part of the money to the person where I took the goods.
True.
The excess of that, the excess or the surplus is mine. I have made money. If I do that repeatedly, I'm building wealth. So it's that easy. So what you have to just decide what you want to offer.
Okay.
And this, by the way, this is what students, especially those who are in school, they should always have this mindset. Don't always be in school. You are there, you are studying to pass exam. You are reading for exams.
That's what we have grown up being told. If you pass your education, if you pass your Form 4 exams, you go to the next level, you know.
Then you start walking around showing people that I have this and this, I have this and this, and I don't have a job. Right?
It's a rigged system.
So that's the mindset that we should break. When you're in school, always, even whatever the course you are doing, see on how can this course I'm pursuing can be of service to people without me having to be employed. Can I convert whatever the skill I'm learning to money when I graduate? Or will I need to apply for somebody's system? And that system is organization or the company that you're applying job. Will you need to apply for somebody for you to do whatever you learned? All right? Yes. By the way, you see, with time, with experience, you get to learn so many things about how getting money is easy. But sometimes we just overthink about getting money. Or sometimes getting money is easy.
It's not easy if the opportunities are not presented to you.
They're there. Let me say, people are just not thinking even harder. Let me tell you, for example. I saw somebody there in the town. But imagine that person. The person had maybe not that educated. But they were using their time. They're exchanging time for money. Do you know how?
No.
You've gone to town. You've seen where people are they are queuing to board a bus. Have you seen?
Yeah.
So what they do, they wake up very early. Then they queue. When you come there, you are the last, and you know very well you want to board this bus to get to job, and maybe you don't want to be late. This person will walk very early in the morning and is there queuing. So that person will sell for you the queue. Because he's on the line, but he's going nowhere. You understand? So when you come, he's just telling you, okay, I can give you my land, give me 50 bob. Yeah, true. So you give 50 bob and he's replacing you. And he goes back. Somebody again who will come later, the same trend. This guy is making money. Nothing actually, just time, selling time. Wow. Would you give this person money? If maybe you are late and you are at the far end, would you give this person money for that?
I think I would.
You would? There's a critical way of getting money. This person is just selling what? Time. Just time.
Okay.
Just wake up early in the morning, go there to bus station, be on the line. The person who arrives late, you need to, okay, bring 50 bob, bring 100 bob. Yes.
Okay, didn't know that.
You didn't know that. So that's why I'm saying creating money is just your mindset. Money is there. Just give somebody a reason why they should give you money.
Thinking outside the box.
Yes.
Okay.
And sometimes just think inside the box. Like that one, just thinking inside the box.
Would you have thought that?
Yes, sorry?
Would you have thought that?
Yes. There is, you see, the first time I thought of that is, there is a time I was still not working remotely. So I used to go to town, and what used to happen that if I just get late by just 10 minutes, then the fare I pay more. Just 10 minutes and I pay more. And if I get there before, like it was, for example, when you get there before 6, you pay less. When you get there at 7, you pay more.
Yeah.
All right? So what is the difference? The distance has not changed.
Time.
It is just time. So that's when I started being curious about time. So with the time itself, that is money.
Time is money.
So do you need capital to just wake up in the morning, very early in the morning, and be there?
No.
And be in the queue? And now if you want to be, you have some, you take your friends, some 3 friends of yours, and you are there, but we are going nowhere. So when those people come, you forfeit your line, and they give you money. If you are 4 of you, 50-50, that is 200 work already made. No capital. That is all profit. So you will just maybe take some little bit to re-energize, eat some food so that you can be strong to stand on the line. Just like that. So people should just think. Money is there, but people should just think a little bit. Just think more. Yes. And let us not copy. Let us not copy. Leave alone that. There is this one even that you know. When you go to board a vehicle,
yes,
usually we have conductors. All right. What are they doing there?
Calling us.
They're just calling you to get here. You know where you are going, and they're just telling you sit here. And once you've sat and the van or the bus is full, they're being given something. Imagine, for example, for the Nissans, the 14-seater, they get 100 bob. For the bus, 14-seater, they get, I think 50 or 20. Then for the bus, they get 100 bob. So imagine the buses are just coming, you fill in the buses. You just talk to people. You don't go and get people. The people are there. Just tell them, enter.
Is this per day or per hour or per what?
That is per minute.
No.
But it's just minutes. How long does it take for a 14-seater van to get full?
I'm not even referring to that. I'm referring to the 20 shillings that they are getting.
That's what I'm saying. It's for even 20 minutes or 10 minutes. It depends with how many people. Let's say, for example, you are just there, then a bus arrives, or a matatu arrives, and people just come. Maybe people from a chama comes and just tell them, come, sit here. It takes less than 5 minutes to tell them to get here, and the van is full. You've been given your 20 or 30, 50 shillings. Another one is there. At the end of the day, you find that these people, they can even take home 6,000 or 10,000.
Okay.
Yes. The only thing that they need is just that energy to always to talk to people, sweet talk people, and sometimes even, but some are even harassing people. But
True.
They just need to avail themselves there. There's no any capital. So you understand? So instead of begging, give people a reason as to why they should give you money.
Okay.
And actually that is usually arrangement, that even the matatu owners are the one paying them, not you. That is one. Another one is you see people who are helping people carry luggages in the town.
Yeah.
You are light, then they help you. They take it there very fast. If you're very fast, you do it very fast.
Yeah.
And you come back. You at the end of the day, these people can take even 3,000. Okay. So 3,000 in a month. That one would be
9,000 approximately.
And this person, they don't exaggerate their lifestyle. They live even in the house. They're paying rent 1,500. They have extra. All right. Sometimes if the day is good, they can make even up to 5,000. You understand? Right? So even in a day, they have catered for rent. You get it? So it's just your mindset. I know some people will say that you're just giving us things that are going to degrade us in the face of the society. But what I'm trying to say is that just try to think. There are things that you don't really need capital to do. Just avail your skill, avail whatever you have. You have energy, you have your legs, you have your mouth, you can talk. All right? So me personally, what I usually consider, once you have sound mind, you have your legs, you have your everything intact, naturally you are okay. That is an asset to you that is given to you for free.
If you weren't here, where would you be? Queuing the line and charging people.
If I'm not?
If you weren't here right now, what would you be doing?
Me, as I speak to you, all right? As I speak to you, I am making money even when I'm seated like this.
Okay.
Yes. Just because of, so it depends with your level of information. Personally, I'm so much informed on the things to do with investments. All right? So I can convert the money I've created into investments. And the investments are things that can bring me money even when I'm seated. Let me give you an example. And this one can even help those students that are in school. Let's say, for example, you have 50,000.
Yes.
All right? You can go and take this 50,000 and buy some company shares. Right?
Yes.
And leave it there. Then you wake up tomorrow in the morning, you find that the money has appreciated with 5,000. You sell, you again place again. That is just knowledge. That's just skill. So your work is just to know which one should I buy, which one should I sell, which one should I buy, which one should I sell. Something like that. Leave alone that. The other investment, for example, money market fund. You have that your 10,000 shillings. Instead of leaving that money idle sitting in your bank, put that money into such an account. But now you find that people even are not aware of this. And that's where now I offer my value now. I tell you, for example, if you say that I have 1 million and I don't know what to do with it. And I'm seeing like if I continue sitting with this, if I continue having this money in my current account,
Yes.
the banks are usually monthly, they charge monthly bank management fee on that money, right? Yes, you don't know? They charge. If you leave your money in the bank account, every month there is a fee that's applicable. We call it bank maintenance charges. So if you leave that 1 million in that current account, every month it is going down. It's going down.
I am paying the bank to keep my money.
Yes. Because where will you put that 1 million?
Under the mattress.
You'll put the money under the mattress, 1 million. When the house get burnt,
People do that. Remove that scenario.
no,
Please.
let us not remove it. Because that's why bank will charge you, because of that safety and convenience. Assume somebody knows that that house has 1 million and you go to buy, you go outside there to maybe do shopping. They
Okay.
just came and break the house and get the 1 million.
That's
They can
risky.
just hire a welding person to come and cut that thing, and they will pay that person even 10,000. They come and cut and get the money and go away.
Okay.
So it is not safe there. But at least when you leave it at the bank, any bank, you will always find the security guards and the police officers outside there.
But money is still being stolen from banks.
Not frequent. The real stealing is not the physical one. The real stealing now, the real thief is not even I want to also rectify on that thing that you're saying, that if you leave your money, you put under the mattress savings. The thief, there's still a thief called inflation. Will still steal from you. Will still steal from you. All right.
As long as I keep on. Okay.
You keep on doing what?
Okay.
It will steal from you, because the value of 1 million. If you have 1 million now and you save it under the mattress, as you say it, at the end of 1 year, it will not be 1 million. The actual value of that particular 1 million will be even 900,000. 100,000 is already gone.
Eh.
And what do we mean by that? When you count them like this, it will be just 1 million, yes. But what they are capable of purchasing will be less. For example,
Understood.
sorry, you've understood that?
Yeah, I've understood.
Yes. For example, there is a time I wanted to buy something. There is a time I wanted to buy a bed. The bed was, that bed was worth 50,000, right? So then I kept on postponing. I said that let me not be that quick with this. I'll buy this next year. So by the time I had that 50,000 and going to buy that bed, I found already the bed is 70k. So you see, it is the same bed. If I would have bought that bed at that time, I would have taken it home with 50,000. But then I delayed. That delaying, the inflation element, make that bed now to be
70,000.
Now it is not because of that person selling the bed. It is because of the product that they're using to make the bed. But that time they bought product at a high price, right? So it means that the cost of, maybe at that time, if the cost of constructing this bed was 40,000, then they put profit margin, maybe say that 10,000 is the profit margin. I could buy it at 50,000. Assume that now the cost of producing the same bed at that particular time I went to buy it was now, let's say, 55,000. And because of cost of living, also they have to increase the profit margin to 15,000. Now, of course, it comes to 70,000. So it is realistic. That's how real is the impact of inflation. So assume that if I would have taken this my 50,000, I said that this my 50,000, instead of putting it behind the mattress, I put it into a saving account, which is going to give me even an interest rate of, let's say, 12%, right? At the end of that time, I would have still bought what? The bed at 70,000 without injecting any money from outside. The money could have earned me the interest, and the interest is the one taking care of inflation. Do you get the concept?
Yes.
So all this thing is all about your mindset, information you have. Now, next thing. You've understood there well?
Very.
Right. Now, another thing. We should always, we say that wealthy people always think of having various streams of income, right?
Yeah.
They always think of having multiple streams of income, or they have multiple streams of income mentality. There is one sad truth that people they know and they still ignore. Do you know it is very hard to get rich with savings?
Exactly.
It is very hard. I heard you said something about it takes a longer period for you to save.
Yeah.
Let's say, for example, now somebody is earning, for example, 40,000 per month, right? This person wants to save even to build a house worth 2 million. Will this person, for how long will this person even save this money to even get? Because I'm assuming that when you are earning 40,000,
There is tax.
there is, let's just say, statutory deductions, all right? Not just tax alone,
Yeah,
statutory
yeah.
deductions. There are so many, and that will also differ from one country to another. But any country have statutory deduction on the income that the residents are earning, right? So let's talk about net income. For example, if you're in the context of Kenya, if you're earning 40,000, do you know how much you'll take home?
No.
It's very little. It's very little. So let's assume that even the amount that you take home is 23. Okay, 23,000. Now this 23,000, that you have a rent to pay, right? You have, if you are usually commuting to job, you have transport allowance. That transport, you have to cater for it, right? Then again, you have to cater for your water bill, electricity bill, right? Then also have to cater for food throughout the month, because you're only depending on
It's the salary.
the salary. You have to cater for the bills throughout the month. You'll find that maybe probably you'll be left with something like, sometimes you can be, also we have black tax. Let's not forget about this. And say black tax is, we say that the responsibility that you have to take care of, like your relatives or your parents, you have to also send them something, right? So if you deduct those ones, sometimes you might find yourself going to overdraft, going for a loan, right? So in that case, assume that maybe you restrain yourself and maybe you can manage to save 1,000. So 1,000 until saving 1,000 every month until you get to even 1 million. How long will that be?
Till eternity.
It's really a long time, eh?
Yeah.
So that's why we are saying that saving alone cannot make somebody rich.
That's true, but now in this scenario, if someone is employed, you really, it will be difficult for you to maneuver. You're employed, and now maybe you have another business or you're doing multiple things. I think it will be hard.
It's about aligning your goals.
True, but tell me how you'll align your goals, but you are employed, you're doing work from Monday to Friday. Some companies also do even from Monday to Saturday. You only have Sunday as an off day or as a leave day. How will you maneuver?
So there's so many ways you can maneuver.
How?
But it is not easy.
Because you can't tell me, or you want to tell me, we sign a contract. This month I will come, next month let me deal with whatever things I'm doing outside.
No. Don't the time that you've allocated for company, forget about that. Start arguing of other things. When you have to solve a problem, don't look at the problem. Look beyond that problem. Now you have the problem. Is there something you can do about it? You depend on that salary for your survival. You have nothing to do about that. So leave alone that. Leave that run. Now start thinking, outside this, what can I do?
obviously, if I think the problem is
now what do you do, what you can do as a person. First of all, if you start thinking right at the beginning, right? The problem is that people usually make mistakes at the beginning, and the mistakes keep on compounding.
Okay.
Now, if you're thinking right from the beginning, first of all, what you will do, you start your employment, okay? Now, you start getting some money. And at that time, you still don't have a family. Delay the family issue. Then when you are alone, the only person who can get ashamed is you. Instead of going, let's say you are earning a salary and you are not getting a lot of money, instead of you want to say that you are coming from a good house or something like that, you can deny yourself that, right?
For the time being.
For the time being.
Okay.
Just go and pay a rent somewhere which is maybe 2,500 or even 1,500. Just go even stay in a slum somewhere. Now, when you go there, yes, just go there. You are strategic. That is called strategy. You are working with the strategy. You are still at your youth. You are still a youth. You are still staying alone. You can maneuver, right? Because people are staying. When you go to the slum, you find people there. There are people there, right?
Yes.
They're human beings.
Yes.
And they're surviving. Get into that survival, right? Now, reduce rent. Instead of, for example, if in that salary you are supposed to pay a rent of 10,000, go where you are paying a rent of 2,500. So that rent that you're supposed to pay, less 10,000 from, less 2,500 from 10, right? You'll be remaining with something like 7,500. Put that one into savings. Now, because you've come to where rent is being paid, rent is a bit low, it means even cost of living will be low. Because these people, the hustlers are the ones staying in this particular place. The types of food is being, the meals or the foods are being offered at a lower price. All right? And some people usually think that the quality is compromised. That's why they're being sold at a lower price. I've done a research. It's not compromised. Quality is not compromised. It's only that these people, they're not paying overhead cost. Let's say, for example, if you're staying in Karen or in a very big, in a good estate or a estate that is identified with the rich people, all right? It's just the same product. But the problem is that these people, even when you open a shop, the rent that you'll pay in that particular shop is maybe, you find that you pay even 100,000 per month for the rent that you pay for that particular shop. There's somebody who is selling the same commodity in somewhere where they don't pay rent. Do you think they will charge the same price?
No.
I've explained. So the product is just the same, but these people are paying for overhead cost. So overhead cost is being charged on the product of that good for these people to make profit. You understand?
I do.
So that's what makes the difference. So when you go there, when you go to that slum where people are peaceful, like the people, they don't have things to be stolen. So there's not even the security concerns, right? So you go there and you are planful. So you say that I want to be here even for 5 years, right? And you do the savings. It means you are now cutting cost on your meals. You're also cutting cost on electricity. You will find a house, there you won't pay for water. You won't pay for electricity because they are being provided freely by government, because now those people, they are under a group of hustlers or poor people, all right? So those goods are being provided.
I will go and do my research.
I've done that. I'm telling you mine. You go do yours. Go to place like Padare, you'll find that they don't pay for water. Water is free, right?
Okay.
You'll find that they don't pay for electricity. They are there. Only that you start a risk of sometimes those electricity cause fire, right? So they don't pay for electricity. Electricity is there, right? So you just be there. You are not just accept to be called hustler, to be called a poor person at that particular time. But you are very strategic. You're right. You get me?
Yeah.
So say that I'm strategic, I want to be here for 8 years or 5 years. And within the period, you see your company is just paying you well. They don't know where you are coming from. They keep on, and as you continue being there, also you can be climbing ladder. So you have just reduced your consumption, and once you've reduced your consumption, you are left with something to save. Put this money somewhere for investment. Create these accounts. Put that money there. Then it will reach a point whereby you have certain money to think of what to use that money for. All right. So from there, now you've solved the problem of where is the capital. Right?
True.
Take this money, get someone, open a kibanda, put that somebody to sell some goods or some services for you. Right? So you go to your job, that person is doing something there. So you have two streams. Even if this particular business is just giving you a net profit of 5,000 in a month, add to what you are getting. All right?
Yeah.
Already it reached a point where you're being called boss. You're now the boss. And if you get at this thing, it's just strategy. It's just strategy. At some point in your life, you have to sacrifice.
True.
You must understand this. And people must understand this. At some point in your life, you have to sacrifice.
That's the hardest thing to do.
And that is the hardest things, and that would make a rich person different from a poor person. Because even if you ask them, there's a point in life that they sacrificed. And if they did not sacrifice, there is somebody who sacrificed for them.
Okay.
Right? So if somebody sacrificed for them, then it means they inherited some resources. Okay? But again, even maintaining that wealth requires sacrifice. You need to have knowledge. You need to understand how this thing works.
Yeah.
Because if you don't have that knowledge, that whatever you inherited will disappear like that. And you will go back to a poor person.
Yeah.
And just imagine the feeling of moving from a high point to a low point. It's very painful, like moving from a low point to a high point. You understand? So all these things you get, it is mindset. So we've talked on how you can come up with multiple streams, and you're asking, I'm earning a salary, how can I go about it? I've solved that. Is it relevant?
It is.
Yes, so that's what somebody can use. And now use it at your own level, right? Yes, use it at your own level. It's not necessary you go to a slum. Maybe whatever you are earning, you can go to a middle class, somewhere which middle class are living, instead of going to where that they're having rich people, right? Because the problem of going to where people are rich, you will always be paying for excess. You will be paying for something. For you just living in that location, you will be paying for that.
Yeah, the luxury.
But that it's not even luxury. It's just identification that you are coming from. But if this identification is not, this identity is not giving you money, why should you capitalize on it? Right?
Yeah.
If, for example, staying in let's say Kileleshwa could give you income, then it's okay. But if that title is not giving you income, why would you pay rent there? Right?
Again, logical thinking comes in.
Yes, strategy. You can't strategize without having logical reasoning. So strategy is very important.
Okay.
Then next thing, we can talk about networking and value creation. Networking is very important.
But hard.
I've said that you have to sacrifice for any good thing. A sacrifice must be made. Networking is very important. And networking is not hard. Networking is all about how you portray yourself outside there. For example, yourself.
Yes.
There are some connections that you have currently that if maybe you acted in a negative in that particular time, you would not have that. You would not maintain those relationships up to date. You realize?
Yeah.
So it's when you talk about networking, it's all about how do you carry out yourself outside there. If somebody sees you outside there, would those people like to associate with you, right? Then apart from that, networking also comes with the value that you are offering. So, or what we call value creation. Okay. So for me to give you my time, for me to interact with you, there must be something
of value that I have,
that you have,
that is of importance,
that
to
can
you.
be of mutual benefit.
Okay.
Right? If I say that I can have, that is will be exploitation, but of mutual benefit. Right? Let's say, for example, which example can I give? I need somebody who can help me do certain particular stuff. I will always think of my network, right? I'll always think of my network. Then who do I have in my network that can help me do this particular thing? Or if I need something, I need some assistance, I will think of people in my network who can help me solve this particular problem, right? So if you are in that network, then it means without that value creation, you will lose some people in your network. All right.
True.
So for you to maintain a network or continue building your network, you must have something that you can offer. Right? Now, let me say how you can always build your network. Network not necessarily people who are in your contact. You can have, for example, social media platforms, right? So in that social media platforms, you can show people what you are offering, the value that you have. You will find people that are relevant with that particular value. And if I say values, let it not be that ambiguous. The people who are bored. They just want people who can maintain them. You can just even be on camera and you're just you're just laughing. And the people who just want to see people who are laughing. Right? The people will come. I'm telling you, create a group today and just laugh. You just go there and laugh. You will find people that will just get intrigued. The people will just get infatuated or fascinated with your laugh. And they will come. You are offering them value. And there's nobody who is laughing for them. And at least they get you. You laugh for them. Right? For example, right? Yes. So you just create network. These things, don't overthink. It's very simple, by the way. Just don't overthink. You know how to draw well. You can just draw and entertain your people. You draw and you post to them. You see how you are drawing nice pictures. And with the time, any success come with time, right?
Yeah.
You can't wake up today and tomorrow you have success.
True.
Success and wealth, they require time, right? Myself, if I take you where I was 10 years ago, you can't believe it, right? So these things, it's just time. But the most important, strategy. If you know very well that you are good at laughing, for example, cultivate your laughing. Add some value into your laughter, right? Yes. Let people identify you with the laughter. If you want to know how somebody laugh, get there. And you grow your company. You get some people who are also good at laughing. They come and you join, you laugh at each other, and people are watching you, right?
And we make money.
You make money. In fact, people will just be gifting you. For example, when you go to TikTok, they will just be gifting how you are laughing. Yeah, they will
send dresses.
Yes,
said.
those ones. You know them. Yes.
Okay.
Right? Now, if you have a particular area that you are specializing in, for example, there is something that you studied, right? Go beyond the theories that you're being given in. See how this thing can be practical in the real life, right? Open your platform, share with people, tell people that I'm doing this. If you entrust me with this, I can help you.
Okay.
For example, myself, I'm known with investment. And even if you get my brand, you get F.A. Juma, finance analyst, Juma. Okay?
Okay.
So it means that when anything to deal with financial planning, anything to deal with investments, anybody who knows my platform will always refer people to me.
Okay.
Right?
True.
If I would have not have those platforms, how would they know? How would they have known that I exist? Right?
Yeah.
So you have to create your network, and your networking also have to promise people value. Right?
It shouldn't be just network without anything at the
You
end.
won't create that network without nothing.
Okay.
Yes. With nothing, there's no network. How will they come? People are get attracted to value, right? But some value are just natural. Maybe how your appearance is just nice to people. They'll just come and see you. So maybe you smile at them, right?
True.
Yes.
Okay.
But again, to those people who go that direction, don't misuse. Because that one will also can lead to something else. Start selling some things that are not necessary. Then we have next thing. You need to be. You need to adapt to your environment. You need to adapt to your environment. Just for example, like the one I told you, that you want to cut cost, right?
Yes.
And for you to cut cost, you have to move to a lower level of living. Yeah. Now, for you to be there, you have to adapt to that particular environment. You have to live as per those people, right? Don't ever elevate yourself there. You will be conned. You will be robbed, right? Don't elevate yourself.
You'll be beaten.
Yes, just be at their level. Don't show them that you are above them, right?
Okay.
Just be at their level. When you feel that your goal is attained, is when you can move outside.
Yeah.
So adaptability is very important thing. So you have to adapt to your environment. You have to adapt to your problem. All right? If, for example, you have a certain problem, but there's nothing at the moment you can do about it, adapt to it as you figure out something.
Are you trying to say that we should be comfortable?
Adapting is not means that you are comfortable. You are accepting where you are, working out of it. Accepting. You have to accept. Because you are there. Already you are there. So you have to accept. But I'm not saying that you be at comfort zone.
Okay.
Just accept, but you're working out. Because you see, when you don't accept, you will have pressure. The pressure will bring about uncomfortability. Like you will be uncomfortable. You will be having stress.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And stress will drain your energy so that you won't even think the solution out.
True.
Right? So just accept. After accepting, now start thinking strategically. Thinking reason well with the problem, so that when you accept, you find that you will be having you will have that ability to think constructively on how you can get out of the problem. So just accept.
Adapt.
Yes, adapt.
Okay.
Adapt. And when adapt, we are tied adaptation with innovation. All right?
The way you're saying, you're figuring out.
Yes, you're figuring out. And you are figuring out, it means that you are thinking.
Yeah.
You're being creative, right?
Yeah.
You're finding solution to your problem.
Exactly.
Yes. But if you don't be comfortable, so that you start blaming yourself, you blame people about your situation, that one will just kill you. Negative energy just kill people, right? Such that you feel that this problem will never end. Right? And me, I can't say anything I can do about it. Right? I'm a poor person. I'm coming from a very humble background. Nobody from my background is rich. No one can help me. Right? No, that is just accept, okay, I'm poor. What next? Can I get out of poverty?
Yes.
Yes. What can I do?
You start formulating.
That is now constructive thinking.
Yeah.
Yes? Just accept that you're poor. Right? Even in the line with these people who are making content, sometimes where you are starting is not efficient. There are people who are using even camera that they cannot even be seen clearly, right? They accept themselves that way, right? Yes, but at least you can hear their voice, because you can hear their voice. So long as at least you can guess that there's something they're doing. They have accepted. If they could have not accepted whatever the level they are, they would not grow. They would not have grown.
True.
Yes. So accept yourself. Do anything within the level that you can do. Then when you get some income, plan for growth.
Go.
Upgrade. Just like that and like that and like that. So adaptability and innovation is part and parcel of wealth creation. Strategic risk taking. Strategic
risk taking.
That notion is against gambling, because gambling is not strategic. What strategy are you putting in place, right? Because we have only two options: you win, you lose. What strategy? You are going to analyze future. You're going to analyze future, that how well are this coach, these coaches of
I believe they think before they put into whatever thing.
What are they thinking?
They are saying you can't just go into you just
they analyze.
I think I'm
they
sure
analyze
they
games.
do. I'm sure they do.
They go and watch the football and see how they played in the past. Okay, maybe if you deem that as a strategy of them,
it could be.
Yeah, I see them watching. I know some of them. Who they don't miss any game. They don't miss any game. Even if it is 1 a.m., they will go for it.
Okay.
And ensure that they catch up with the trend and they know the players and their potential skills, what they are capable of doing. If it's okay with you, you feel like that is a risk mitigation measure for you for gambling thing, well and good. But as to me, I see that as it's not a risk mitigation measure, and I see it as like it's like that this is when you do that, is like you are not strategic in terms of risk taking. So ensure anything, even investment, when you are making any investment, ensure you have the right strategies. And I've said very well that, or maybe not, if not in this episode, but in another episode, there's a way I said that there's what we call risk return trade-off, so that you find that when risk is higher, return is
higher.
Let's say, for example, in the gambling, you find that these people can place a bet that if when they win, they stand to get even 10 million or even 25 million or even 1 billion, right? So that return is so lucrative. So the way it is very lucrative, risk is also as high as the return.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So you have to bridge between the risk and the return. So that will take your strategic risk taking.
Okay.
Right? So you have to define strategy on how you are going to go about it.
And I believe this strategic risk taking. You have said something about investments. Are investments and stocks two different things, or what? Because I see people trading stocks, and there is a risk involved.
Okay, stock is one of the investment vehicles.
Okay.
And it's also one of the investment that is classified as one of the most riskiest and having high return.
Okay.
I'm a beneficiary of stock, actually. So stock is like, just like I said very well, that strategic risk taking. Okay. I'm a guru in stock, let me tell you.
Ish.
Right? So when you come to stock, that's also a value I have that I can. If you ask me what can I give you, I can give you that value. Because let me tell you, for example, if I have 100,000, okay?
Yeah.
In a year, I can double that money.
Okay.
I can double that money. There's no any other investment that can do that. The one that can also compete stock is forex, right? But forex is also riskier. And what makes forex even more riskier is that because now we are now dealing with the global trends. Because forex, you are dealing with, you are trading currencies, or foreign currencies. So you choose a base currency, then you trade against, you speculate against foreign currency, the trend of currency. For example, let's say you have a base currency as US dollar,
Okay.
right? Then you are speculating that euro will appreciate against dollar.
Okay.
Right? So that is the basis of forex.
That's what happens in forex.
That is the forex.
You speculate.
Yes, you speculate on the changes in the currencies.
This is hard.
That is the forex. So forex can let's say, for example, do you know why forex sometimes we consider as one of the most profitable, or one of the an activity that can give you highest return? Now let's say, for example, you are coming from an emerging market or a third world country, for example, countries in Africa, and you understand that the currencies of these first world countries, let's say, for example, US. So let's take the currency, the US dollar, and you compare with even Ugandan shillings. Right? So I want to assume that there is somebody in Uganda who is involved in forex trading. This person has hustled very hard to manage to buy the US dollar.
Okay.
And he's having US dollar in his account.
Okay.
And he wants to trade US dollar against maybe euro. Okay. Or
pound. Okay.
Right? So this person speculates that, for example, let's say, for example, that the US dollar will depreciate against pound in the future, right? So what will they do for them to make profit?
Tell me, I am lost.
Right. So when a currency depreciates, let me for me to make this reasonable for you to understand.
Okay.
Let me come back to let me compare Kenya and US dollar, Kenyan shillings and US dollar. For example, you have US dollar, and you've anticipated that Kenya shillings will appreciate, right? Let's say, for example, in the future you know that the Kenya shillings will
appreciate.
No, will depreciate.
Depreciate.
Okay, will decrease in value.
True.
So you buy dollars now, right? You buy dollars. After buying dollars, you hold them for some time. Then after some time, you realize that the Kenyan shillings has gone down. So for example, currently, Kenyan shillings, 129 Kenyan shillings is equivalent to $1. $1, right? So let's say, for example, you buy dollar now. Then, like in the previous case whereby 160 Kenyan shilling was equivalent to $1, the case repeats itself, and you have some dollars. So let's assume that even you have $10,000, right? Then you multiply with the 169 or 160. You'd be having a lot of money, right?
True.
So that is how they do it. So let me take you back now to the euro US or pound and
euro,
or US and pound, USD and pound. So what happens? You realize that when a currency depreciates, then when you convert your money into that particular currency, you will get more of that currency. Do you understand?
If euro depreciates.
If euro depreciates and you have US dollars,
then I change euro into dollar.
Yes.
It will be more.
It will be yes.
It will be more.
No. Repeat.
If euro depreciates,
yes,
then I change it into dollars, for example.
No, now you change the US dollar
into euro.
So that you have more of euro.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So once you have more of euro, assume that you are coming from Uganda. You convert the euro into Ugandan shillings,
it will be a lot.
The profit that you've made, just take the profit only.
Okay.
The profit is usually the range, the spread.
Okay.
The difference. Even if the spread is just 0.01, you take that 0.01, you multiply by the number of money that you invested. So let's say, for example, the change, maybe you invested around 10,000, 100,000 USD. Then you take the spread, the difference in the change, which let's say 0.01, you multiply by 100,000. Whatever you get, that is your profit. So 100,000 by 0.01, that will be
10,000.
10,000. Take 10,000.
You subtract from 100,000.
No, take that 10,000, then you convert into your currency. You have a lot of money in that currency. So that what makes forex a bit also one of the high return investment with also high risk, because what happens also can happen in the opposite side, right? Yes, it can also happen in the opposite side. So if it happens, so also it will hit you seriously.
I'm learning.
You're getting the point.
Yeah.
So that is for forex. But now the good thing with stock, with the stock, you see, time can heal losses. So that's why it's a bit different from
forex.
The forex.
Okay.
And yes, time can sometimes heal. So the two, I was just classifying the one that are riskier but also having
high lucrative chance.
Yes. So we have stock, we have forex, we have Bitcoin, digital currencies. So do you know how Bitcoin works?
No.
Bitcoin also, and first you have to understand what is a Bitcoin. Now, they're not complicated.
Those things are really complicated.
No, they are not.
For those of us who have never had any interest, we just hear about them.
Yes.
Not knowing.
But now you have an opportunity to get the point. Now, Bitcoin is just we call them digital money. Okay, the digital money, and they tend to appreciate. So Bitcoin is like I'm saying, is a digital money.
Okay.
And it is thriving on what we call blockchain technology. Technology. So what happens is that, for example, now you can go and buy Bitcoin, right? You buy with the money, the one that we know, the traditional money that we know. All right, the money in your bank account. You go and buy that. You buy. So it's just a technology. It's just like, you see, even money is paper that have been given authority. So it's the same to that one. It's just a technology, just numbers that are taking the advantage of blockchain, right? So when you buy, there is a chance that people, when you can buy it now, then in the future people would want to get into Bitcoin, right? Then the earlier you buy it, the better, because in the future the demand for Bitcoin might increase. So when demand increases and there is no supply, or supply is curtailed, you find that prices will go up. Will go up. So when prices go up, so it means that, let's say for example, you will go and do research. How much can you buy 1 unit of a Bitcoin for now?
Okay.
Then in future, let's say that it is appreciated. You will find that when now you will be selling your Bitcoin to another person, you will sell at a higher price. So the difference between the price that you bought it and the price that you will sell it, is what? Is the
profit.
Return.
Okay.
Right? Okay. So that is the Bitcoin. Another one is gold. You can buy gold and hold.
Yeah, I understand gold. The value increases with time.
It's the same thing.
Okay.
So in the Bitcoin, replace Bitcoin with gold. So the underlying asset is the gold now, right?
Okay.
So if you buy gold,
you hold
the gold. Just forget that you have the gold. Okay. But now the problem is that gold, where will you store it? When you store it in the house, your house will be. So you will incur some cost because you will have to store this gold maybe in your bank.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
For storage, for safety purposes. Yes, you can store them in your bank. But again, if you don't want to have the physical gold, then you can have what we call gold. There's what we call there's how we call it gold index, or there's how we call it. Is it gold index or gold fund? Something like gold fund. So instead of you buying the gold, having the gold itself, you just buy the gold, but you don't have it. You don't hold that gold. Right? For example, a bank, KCB, has some gold, and they are offering that trade. So you buy the gold, but you don't have the gold.
Okay.
They are holding it on your behalf.
True.
So you just have the title to that gold, right? So you will sell that title to somebody in the future. So as time goes by, the value of that title increases.
Okay.
So if you buy the gold now, maybe 1 unit of that gold is, let's say, 2,000.
Okay.
All right? And you bought maybe 100 units. That one will be 100 times 2,000. That is
200,000.
200,000.
Yeah.
So you bought at 200,000. Then you reach a point after 2 years, you realize now each unit of gold is 4,000. And how many gold units are you holding? 100. Right?
Okay.
So you take 100, you multiply by 4,000. What do you have? 400,000. What is the return? 200,000. You get?
Yeah. Yeah.
So those are the things. When you talk about investment, those are how we create money. You will not find any rich guy who is not holding golds. They have golds. Right? Yes, even those politicians, they some of them store wealth in form of gold.
Okay.
They have dollars. You've not even seen those some of these people who are flaunting their dollars. They have dollars. They have gold. They have these investments. They really. So it's not about just about saving.
Okay.
Yes. So you can even just save with the goal of buying gold.
That will be good.
Right? Yes. So that is strategy. All right? Yes. And again, I must say that when you're investing, be sure that you have the information. If you don't have information, look for me. Look for me, I will help you. Right? Now, next, wealth protection and legacy. When you create wealth, you must protect your wealth. And protecting your wealth means that it's in some time in life, you must now tend now to protect, be less aggressive, right? So that way it is encouraged that when you are still young, take risk, take more risk, because you still have a long way to go, so you can learn, right?
Along the
way. But when you are old, avoid extreme risk, because some risk can hit you with even high blood pressure, right? Yes, imagine losing maybe 1 billion. Right? Just like that. And maybe you can you have an opportunity to wait, and waiting could even take you maybe another 30 years, and maybe you are around 70, right? So that one can really hit you with stress, because maybe this investment to recoup already, maybe it might find you already dead. Okay. Right? So the younger you are, you can take we can say calculated risk. But the younger you are, you can take more risks. Right?
Okay.
You be aggressive. Then as you grow, you be less aggressive. Yeah. So plan your legacy. Then again, once you have this wealth, when you reach a certain plan, you must also start planning your exit. So have a legacy. See on how you can plan your heirs to take over. Yes, always try to train your children, people to take over you. If you are doing those investments, try to train them on the investment, so that when you leave, they will be able to continue with the investment. If you have a company, train your children so that they can be sound directors, so that they take over from you and they ensure the continuity of the
of the company.
Of the company, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, then we wind up by saying that all in all, you must be financially literate, right? So
have information.
Have information when it comes to finances. And just because we are talking about wealth, we are limiting it to finances. But generally, always try to have knowledge about everything that is pertaining in your life.
Okay.
And that's why we are saying that we are pursuing holistic living. We're not just talking about finances only, but we're also talking about family. We're also talking about fitness. We're also talking about faith and friendship.
Yeah.
Those are the elements or pillars of life, right?
Yeah.
So, summarize.
Our viewers, as you've heard, today was all about wealth mindset, and I hope that you have taken with you 2 to 3 notes, that you have learned something new today, and hope that as you're striving to thrive in the future, you take these points into consideration, and you'll see yourself somewhere. So yeah. So
nice. It has been nice. Already summarized with my co-host Joy. Thank you for that. So we're just saying learn, implement, and grow.
Yeah.
And bye for now. See you in the next episode.